What's up, Clever Masterminds? Clever Boy 86 here. And if you guys couldn't tell, I'm sick right now. I just got a cold, out of nowhere. I don't know what happened. Um, I think it started, Friday evening. I was feeling a little bit weird, I had a headache. And then yesterday I had kind of a headache, so I took some ibuprofen. But I was okay. I didn't have any of the symptoms of a cold. I wasn't coughing or sneezing or anything. And then this morning I woke up and I just couldn't get out of bed. I don't know what happened, but I just couldn't get out of bed. So, yeah, I woke up this morning with a full blown cold. It just kind of came out of nowhere, and I've been sick all day. So, yeah, anyways, that's what's going on. Today's vlog is mainly going to consist of a story time with Dad. I recorded this a few hours ago, so yeah. Anyways, hopefully I'm feeling better tomorrow. Dad said that he wants me to stay home from school tomorrow, so at least I get a day off school. That's always kind of the silver lining of being sick is you get a couple days off school or a day off school or whatever. But yeah. Anyways, so here's the story time with Dad video. I'm not gonna have an outro because I don't really have anything else to say, and plus I don't want to, I kind of want to rest my voice. I don't want to talk too much, so I'm not gonna have an outro for this vlog. But anyways, here's the story time with Dad. Enjoy. Alright guys, so this is another story time with Dad video. You ready, Dad?
Yeah.
Alright.
So tonight we're talking about when I was traveling, and we've told stories related to this in the past. And I was kind of traveling around the country, deciding where I wanted to go, looking at different schools I might go to. I was thinking about going to graduate school. And the story that I'm telling tonight is around the time when I was going to trying to get to Gainesville, Florida, and I was going to look at the school there. And I had been traveling for quite some time by this point, and I was traveling by train a lot of the way. Most of the way, I've been traveling by Amtrak around the country, and I was somewhere down. Um, I forget which way I'd been coming exactly, but the closest I could get to Gainesville was some station that was like a pretty good, like several hundred miles away from Gainesville, and then the train dropped me off in like the middle of the night, and at this small station where there was nothing. It was like just a like kind of a a depot, like a closed train station, and there was nothing around any place. And it was like the middle of the night I got off the train because I was checking my map and I thought this is where I had to get off in order to like get on a road or something to get over to Gainesville. So I had to walk down this road, like a small kind of access road, and I walked over to this highway, and it was that's where I hitchhiked to Gainesville, and I remember it was a pretty big highway. I don't know if it was. I probably wrote all this down one time, but I don't know where that is now. But um, I I started hitchhiking, and this semi pulled over and picked me up, and gave me a ride into Gainesville. This guy, and it was kind of interesting. He was an interesting guy, nice guy, and let me off, and I got into Gainesville like early in the morning. It, and I didn't know where I was. I really didn't have any money. I couldn't really afford to. I couldn't afford to get a room at the time because it was like I don't know, maybe 5:30 or 6 in the morning, and if I got a room then, I would have to, I couldn't get a room for the day at that time of the morning, or else I would have had to been out just later on in that morning. So you could only get a room, you know, like after 11 or something like that, at least in the motels around there. And so, but I had to sleep because I'd been traveling all night. Because I'd been on the train, been woken up, had to get off in the middle of the night, then had to hitchhike. And so I ended up walking for a while and then finding this church. And the church looked like a safe place to kind of lay down by or something, you know, like on the steps or something. And because there were these two steps, like it was like the front of the church, and then there were two sets of concrete steps leading up to the doors, and then there was a place up there at top, like that was off the street, and so it wasn't like exactly the best part of town, and I had a big backpack that I was carrying. This is what I was traveling with. This was all I had. It was like a 50-pound backpack, and all my stuff was in that. Right, that was the only thing I had, and so the at the church, if you went up these steps, it was kind of blocked off. You couldn't see it from the street. So I thought I'd go up there and sleep, right? And so I went up there and I laid down and I wrapped my pack up around me. So if somebody tried to take it, I'd feel it and wake, you know, yank me awake or something. And I fell asleep. And when I woke up, the sun had come up over the church. I hadn't paid any attention to which way the sun was coming in. It was already light when I fell asleep, but then the sun had just come over the church and I'd been asleep in the sun the whole time, and I was just sunburned to hell. And this is in Florida in you know, about, I don't know, maybe late April or something like that, May, something like that. So it was like a miserable experience. And but after that, then I went. I think I got a room after that, and you know, took a cold shower and tried to cool down, and
Yeah.
you know, slept in a bed. But that was my Gainesville experience. I went to the college and looked at the college there, and it was a nice college. I was seriously considering going there.
Yeah.
Although I never did go any place to get my graduate degree. So
Alright, well, thanks, dude.
you're welcome.